Sergeant 1911, welcome to today's video. It's cold and crap outside, we're still going to do a video. What we're going to talk about today is one of these things that just, I don't understand it. Some of you guys may can understand it. If you can understand it, please school me on it. But people are just scared to death of these black monsters. Hell, there's nothing to be scared of. You got more likely chance of getting hit in a car accident than you do getting shot by a black rifle. I think that this one here in particular today we're going to play with is one I built myself. You guys all build them. They're like building Tinker Toys. I think the name of it, I call it a Black Russian or a Cherny Ruski. And the reason I do that is because this is not your particular average Armalite rifle. This is an Armalite rifle that shoots the Soviet-made 7.62 by 39. Now, I know you guys, some of you want to be smart and arguing, whatever. I don't really give a shit. Here's the deal. 7.62 by 39, Soviet-made. Everybody knows it's 7.62 by 39. Here's the American-made 300 Blackout. Look at that. Look how similar in size they are. I mean, they're extremely similar. Why would the Americans, the American government, hell, none of you gonna be able to answer this because our American government's just, hell, look in the news. I ain't gonna say anything else. 308, 311. Why don't we just change the whole upper out and pick up this shit off the battlefield when we need it and use it instead of having special made something else? I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I guess I don't care. It's just another one of our stupid ass government rules and regulations. We're talking about national safety with, I'm gonna get on this soapbox because I just have to. We're talking about national safety with the pandemic, and I'd be damned if Uncle Joe don't open the borders and let how many thousands of unvaccinated people come into the nation and spread this shit. What a dumbass. Anyway, let's get off of that. This is my black rifle. This is my Black Russian. Some people, and I've read lots of times, that say that you cannot shoot a 7.62 by 39 rifle bullet in an AR platform because they jam. They won't feed, they won't run, yada, 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 yada. Well, I'm going to try that different. So far, I've had no problem shooting this in here. Yeah, I know, guys, you got to change the barrel. Of course, we have to change the barrel. So let's just all assume I know that much, okay? So we changed the barrel, but I'm going to feed 7.62 by 39 right into a normal 5.56 magazine and see if it feeds and runs. Then I'm going to put it in 7.62 by 39 in what looks like a good old banana clip, whatever you redneck boys want to call it, from an AK-47 that'll fit right into my Armalite rifle, and let's see if it runs. I think they're all going to run just fine. Now, I could be proven wrong, especially with this magazine, but I don't think so. I think it's going to run. I've not done anything to try it. I think it's going to run. I've run these magazines lots of times, and I've never had a failure to feed. I've never had a failure to extract. I've never had anything but an accurate round. So why 7.62 by 39 to 300 Blackout? I don't know. But I do know this thing has historically, from the Kalashnikov 47s to now, killed a lot of American boys. A lot of good guys, a lot of good girls. It's deadly. It does a good job. You can hunt with it. There's nothing illegal with it, so long as it's not a full metal jacket. Your own state will regulate those things for you. Why we do the things we do, I don't know. But beside the point. Let's go. Let's get warmed up. Let's put a hat on, put a coat on, put a jacket on. What we'll do is I'm going to put the bolt back into the rifle, turn it over. I'm going to put the bolt, put my charging handle in, put my 7.62 by 39 bolt in, close it up. I'm going to take it outside, and we're going to go take it out and see if we make it go bang, bang, bang. Okay guys, here we are outside the hideout. You can see I'm sitting down. What you probably can't see is the ice on the ground. It's just absolutely slicker and shit. We're expecting some serious snow here in a couple hours, but what I'm going to do is, this is my homemade, home-built, Lego, put together, ticker toy, AR15 Armalite rifle. You know, some people out there, I've read a lot of times, that says you cannot get the 7.62 by 39s to feed and operate in these AR-15s. Well, what I've got here is I've got a few rounds in just a regular AR-15 5.56 magazine. And what I'm going to attempt to do here in a minute is stick it in there and just run a few magazines, run it through and see if it'll actually feed and go. So I think it will, but we're going to, well, I like my bullets out. Let me put them back in. There we go. Let me get a couple in here. Whoa, my hands are cold. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 rounds in it. All right, we'll put my hearing protection on. Now let's see. All right, 5.56 magazine, AR-15, 7.62 by 39 barrel. Looks like it did chamber. Let's see if it'll fire. Fired all 3 rounds. So we did not have a problem firing those in there. So these guys who think that they will not fire, I've not experienced it before. I thought I'd just show a couple quick rounds there. Let's see. Let's just try a couple more. I'll see me load. There's 2 more rounds. Put my ears back on. Just as fast as I could pull the trigger, no problems. So yes, in my opinion, and that's like you guys know, that's what you're going to get here on my channel. You're going to get my opinion. My opinion is I can fire 7.62 by 39 through an AR platform easily with a 5.56 magazine. Worked every time I pulled the trigger without flaw. But just to be having a little fun, smell a little gunpowder, I think what we're going to do is we're going to load it up in this 30 plus round, about 30 round. You'll see the shape of this when we talked about it briefly inside. We're going to put this in there and see how this runs. Now this should run quite well because what we've got is the shape of the magazine. But we have to have that shape because of the tapering of the round, the way that round tapers. You know, if it wasn't tapered, it was just a straight wall, we could have a straight magazine, it was that way. But because this round tapers like this, when you stack, it's kind of a stack in like a banana shape, we're going to have that magazine shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hearing protection on because this thing is loud, and I'm just going to shoot for a minute and see what we can do. I may shoot some close, I may shoot some far. I will shoot. Way out there. Put it on safe. You guys can see that thing's not having any problem shooting that ammunition out there. 7.62 by 39 now. Right now, with the pandemic, the election results, the scare, the violence we've had around the United States in the last summer and everything, with all the Black Lives Matter violence and you know, defund the police and everything right now. You know, it's not new. You guys know that the price of ammo is skyrocketed. I read just yesterday they don't expect us to have a good supply of ammo until sometime in 2022. One thing we are able to get, though, fairly reasonable, is this Russian-made ammo. You guys see me shoot Tula ammo a lot. It's inexpensive as far as it can be had. It's more readily available than 5.56, so, you know, go out and invest you $300 in a AR-15 upper in 7.62 by 39, and then just swap them over with the 2 things. You know, they come with the bolt carrier group and everything, but anything, we get to shoot some more. One thing, before we shoot some more, let me remind you guys, Continental Computers are a sponsor. I need you guys to like my videos and subscribe. Man, I'm wanting to get to 100 so bad I can't hardly taste it. I want 100 subscribers. Please, guys, give me a thumbs up and do it. I need to give a shout out to Dan. friend of mine up in Pennsylvania. He's gonna let me get a hold of some Glocks and shoot some Glocks. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. I'm gonna wear them out if I can do it. You know, we also got a couple guys out there that Beretta 9mm USA and Young Beretta. Man, I want to tell them guys how much I appreciate them giving me the support. You know, I've gotten some message from them. They're positive guys. Whether I'm doing it right or wrong, they're supportive. I want to shout to them, tell them how much I appreciate their standing behind what I'm trying to do. What we're going to do now is, you know, I'm going to shoot some more, then we're going to go back outside and kind of do a roundup. But I also want to make sure Continental Computer, they're sponsoring us, they're doing everything we can do. But let's get back to business here, and let's see if we can't just finish up this magazine. Oh, it's safe, ready? Okay, we're back inside. We didn't spend a lot of time outside today. We shot 40 rounds probably. It is cold out there. My grandfather would have told me it's cold as a well digger's ass. I don't know what that means, but that's what he was said. That's what I always remember. Anyway, guys, you seen this regular 5.56 magazine. It did run. This is an AR Stoner. It did run fine. The only thing I would say is, you know, if you get a 10 round magazine, and you guys may have may not heard me say this on other videos, if you get a 10 round magazine, don't do it. Just put 9 in there. It's going to be too tight. You got a better chance of it, you know, jamming, and it's not going to feed right. This big long magazine, 30 round, that was no problem at all. That tapered round, you guys seen it fire. It did not hesitate at all. These little things are accurate. It's a fairly accurate bullet. A lot of people can stand to hunt with them. A lot of people do hunt with them. They hunt with them in their SKSs and AKs and everything. And everybody knows that the AK-47, you can fill it full of sand and mud and pick it up and it just shake it and then keep on going. Where the AR platform, you got to be a little bit cleaner. The difference between the 300 blackout and the 7.62 by 39, when you start looking at the ballistics and stuff, there is a little bit of difference. But you know, when I'm buying brass that I can reload versus steel that I can't, or maybe shouldn't, the ballistics of the bullets are just almost too close to be measurable difference. Yes, anybody wants to get technical, yes, there's some difference. That's not what we're here about. We're here about my opinion, and really my opinion only. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot those. You know, like I said earlier, if you get to where you can't shoot your 5.56 ammo, we can't find it, we can't get it, you can't get it reloaded, or maybe you just want to hoard your own, go out and get you a 7.62 by 39 upper. You can buy that ammo still, even if somebody gets to where we can't and everybody's got their, you run out of 5.56 and you pick up 7.62 by 39, you can still go hunting, you can still do whatever you want. The main thing is you can still shoot. And that's what we're worried about shooting. This thing right here, everybody knows how they work. You take the top off and you put another top on. It's just kind of like putting on your left shoe and your right shoe. Put them together and you got a pair of shoes. I think, guys, I think that'll be it for today. There's not a whole lot I can say about these things. People are frightened. They're scared of them. They're the black rifle. This one here I call my black Russian. There's nothing to be afraid of. What you need to be afraid of is the people who oppose our sport, who oppose our right for self-protection. That's who you need to be opposed of. Be afraid of the people who want to take your Second Amendment rights away. That's who you need to be afraid of. You can ask the Germans, you can ask the Italians, you can ask the French, you can ask anybody in the world who's ever lost that right to own arms. How's their next week going to be? How was the next day? How did their country progress? You know, I'll tell you one short story, then I'm going to get out of here because I hate to just sit and talk. Me and my wife went on a hunting trip in New Zealand, but a few years ago, and they had a big shooting over there in the town. The government of New Zealand took their weapons away. If it was a semi-automatic weapon, didn't matter if it was a shotgun, 22, whatever it was, if it was a semi-automatic, the citizens of that country had to turn their weapons into the government. That's no truth. I had to register my weapon, my bolt action rifle, when I went hunting in New Zealand. Months after returning, I get an email from the government of New Zealand telling me that I had to surrender all of my weapons to the government of New Zealand. We got in a taxi and this guy asked us if it was that way in the United States, and at the time I told him no. And he said he only thought he was free until he had to give up his guns. We don't want it to be that way here. You know, people vote the way they vote for hell, who knows what reasons. I'll never understand it. But what I wanted to show you today is my Black Russian. It does everything I needed to do and more. I can shoot American, I can shoot Russian ammo, I can shoot whatever I want. The main idea, the main purpose behind this video is I can shoot. So until we get together the next time, please guys, shoot straight and shoot safe. Hooah.